Good day, esteemed navigators, and welcome to the CONFAB on Esteem Radio Vision. I remain myself, LEX POSIMI, my LEX POSIMI, and this is Monday, the 16th day, the 13th day of October 2025. With me this morning in the studio on the CONFAB is
Adenipekun, AFOLABI, your prince on the show.
alright, and on the other end,
Ayomikun, AY for short.
Ayomikun for sure. Thank you very much, guys, for being a part of the program this morning. And as usual, the Confab is where we talk about the state of the nation, trending issues, politically, economically, and every other ways that it affects Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole, even from the international scene. But before we could proceed this morning, we want to especially thank the executive producer, the Michael Adiboye Shaolu, our producer, Adenipekun Afolabi, the man behind the button this morning, Abdusamad Balogun, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision who are working tirelessly to ensure that you can hear us clearly and you can see us clearly on your screen. This is what they do, this is what we do, and especially to you, our listeners and our viewers, for being a part of our programs, for sticking with us, and for being there for us every and any time. Thank you very much. And before we continue on the confab this morning, we'll go on a very short break. I'll be right back. It is still the Confab on Esteem Radio Vision. Welcome back from that very short break. This morning, we shot as per our usual doings. We'll be talking about Nigeria, some of the happenings in Nigeria over the past couple of days, and depending on the severity, how they affect us. And the first thing we'll be talking about this morning is the presidential pardon, the 172 people that has been pardoned by the presidency using the mercy and the mercy prerogative by the presidency to pardon criminals or people convicted to integrate them back into the society. And um, this while this is a commendable act, it has gathered a lot of traction, a lot of conversation has started because of this online and offline everywhere. Reason is because of the nature of the content or the nature of the forgiving or the pardoned. This is because according to StatiSense, the presidential pardon has pardoned 29% out of the 173 172% 172 people pardoned. 29.2% of these people were convicted for drug-related offenses. 24% of them for unlawful mining. 13.5% of them for homicide. 12.3% of them for fraud or corruption. 5.8% for hijacking. 2.3% for firearms. 2.3% for theft or armed robbery. 1.8% for kidnapping. 1.8% for human trafficking, and 5.8% for others. That is other offenses. It could be minor, it could be major, but other offenses that are not as grave as the ones that have been previously mentioned. And this is why a lot of people are confused, or they are not sure why this is, because before now there has been a question or a question mark on the character or the person of the president of Nigeria at the moment, being related to drugs and all of that. And till today, this has not been cleared up. And now that, bearing in mind that we are preparing for 2027 general elections, and definitely politicians are moving, they are going to move the mountains and the hills to ensure that they and everything works in their favor. Now, knowing that there's a question mark on the person or the character of the president of Nigeria that has not been solved up till today, it is is it a shocking thing to you? Let me start like this: is it a shocking thing to you, or is it just one of those things that 29.3% is drug-related offenses? Is it a problem, or is it a situation of we connecting dots, or is it just a mere coincidence? Let me start with Ayomikun.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Yeah. Good morning, esteemed navigators. So the question you asked, you said, now to me, when I want to analyze this, the presidential pardon percentage. Yeah, the drugs and I want to talk about majorly on the drugs and human trafficking. Now, what's the difference between drugs and the human trafficking? Drugs under drugs we also have drug trafficking as well. Like the past news that we've been discussing about people trafficking drugs, then drugs trafficking, and carrying that they take drugs from one place to another. Now, what's the difference between drugs and human trafficking? Now you put in 29.2% as a presidential pardon for drugs, and then you've been labeled like like you said, our president has been labeled as one of the biggest drug thing in Nigeria before he got into power. Now you now putting drugs to 29.2%. Well, that speaks volume of the kind of person you are. That they allege you to be. Yeah, it speaks volume on the person they allege you to be as the drug person that you said you.
Drug lord.
I'm not saying that. As a drug person that they said you are. Because I mean, putting 29.2%, that is, it means that the NDLEA they are now being rendered like they are now they are now rendered useless. Because what is the essence of NDLEA picking someone for drug? NDLEA is picking someone for drug, and then in few months time, the president the president set the person free. That's what it means. The NDLEA doesn't. I don't think they really have anything else to do again. Because if they pick any offender, like, okay, even a drug person caught in the act, in some months time the president will decide to free the person, and the person will be walking will walk freely in the street. So I mean, to me, this presidential pardon percentage kind of a thing is not really aligned to me.
Anyways, thank you very much, Ayomikun. Knowing that it's not the presidency that actually goes ahead and visits each
Correctional center.
correctional centers to release people, it's actually the I think the Minister of Justice that recommends this name for the people for the presidency. They recommend this name for the presidency, and then the presidency acts on them. But definitely, I think for any process to be seamless, everybody within the process has to work hand in hand. So um how does this occur to you? Should this be considered as a mockery of the Nigerian judicial system? Because when they say temper justice with mercy, it's not supposed to concern hardened criminals. It's not supposed to be for criminals who have affected the lives and properties of the people of this country, the way that drug traffickers, human traffickers, kidnappers, and all of these people, the way they've really affected. I think one of the people that was pardoned was, I think, Pascal or Oniara or something like that. He was the one convicted for kidnapping Mike Ezekome son. He was alleged, not alleged, he was convicted for kidnapping a lot of high profile kidnappings in the southeast and south, and now he's part of the people who have been released. Apparently, according to presidents in Nigeria, if you can pull off high profile kidnappings, it means that you have even more high profile people backing you, right? It means you have even more high profile people backing you up. So I think it will not be out of place for us to speculate that this is more than just presidential pardon. This looks like it has other undertones that we, with our clear eyes or with our church mind, might not be able to see. But how do you see this? What do you think of this?
Thank you, Les. And let me say good day to all our viewers once again. Thank you for joining us. You see, the issue of presidential pardon, I want to start by commending our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for deeming it fit to use his good office to set some of our people free out of the correctional center in order to discongest the numbers of people at the correctional center, and as the constitution gave him the how will I put it, the authority, power to do such, because some people like Ken Saro-Wiwa and a lot of the Abbott Macaulay that enjoying the pardon, that one is something we can say kudos to him on that. But at the same time, I want to say this. You see, one thing about the presidential pardon or governor pardon or what have you, there is no how. I want us to know this, that people who knows that, okay, I have someone at the correctional center who is useful to me. Maybe it may be maybe the person is the one, maybe is the reason why he ended
In prison.
in correctional center. Now, having the opportunity to set him free, you like to use your office even to have that. Even peradventure before now, it may be on the table or as a negotiation that free these people, and maybe the answer is no. Now, if you now have the opportunity to be on the same seat, the next thing for you to think is, okay, it is the right time for me to do it. Probably for the first year, you may not want to do it so that people will not think that, okay, this is too early. But now, like you said, it is not something someone can just go ahead and do, because president is not the one that will go directly to those correctional center, but there will be a committee
Hmm.
set up to monitor, look at the cases at the correctional center, who and who that we're supposed to free, and out of them, is there anyone who have repented? Because just recently I saw one video on the social media where the police arrest one court member, and at the same time claiming to be one of the Amotekun core, which some people take for Honorable Sunday Amore, our man here. But because their name is the same thing,
Mm.
his name is Sunday Amore, and his father is Oluwadamilare Amore. And our Honorable Sunday Amore here, they bear the same name, Sunday Oluwadamilare Amore. And when the person perpetrates evil, people take him for Honorable Sunday Amore, but it is now glaring now. What I'm saying is that now, for the president to think of, okay, these are the people that I want to set free, I believe those who come up with that statistics, they are not full, they have their facts. And looking at that, there is, to me, psychologically looking at it, it means there is something underneath. There is something underneath, and it is, even the number is too much. If you want to do something like that, you should use your stylishly, so that Nigerians will not see it and it will not be obvious. But maybe probably the president look at it that, okay, this is the time for him to have his own
And
way.
there's nothing nobody can do
No,
about
no,
it.
no, no. There's nothing, because that constitution, it is his constitutional right to pardon,
Yes.
especially on the October 1st, and likewise the governor too. Even the same allegation that people talk about the president, same thing applicable at the state, at Osun State. Some people are saying those that are pardoned by the governor of Osun State is those that are involved in so. Where are we heading to? No, presidential pardon or anything that has to do with the pardoning people, that that should meant for people who genuinely
Needs to be pardoned.
needs to be pardoned. Or, okay, for instance, now someone who said maybe because of taking one exercise book. That is why he find
They
himself
got
in,
in prison.
and you now discover that the person has been repentant. I think the next thing for you is to set him free. But someone who involve himself in drug, I think the NDLEA, this is the time for them to tight their belt, because it means that a
We
lot of
are expecting even bigger, big.
yeah, it means a lot of
Hmm.
drug traffickers
Are now free.
are now free in the country. They should
Okay,
expect.
sorry, you're saying the NDLEA. Now, if the NDLEA conduct their investigations and they apprehend someone that the person is caught in the act,
The person will
what
just
probab
wait
what
until October
probability?
1st,
That's what
2026.
I'm saying. What probability
Let them send
that,
their way back to the correctional center.
and the president will free them later?
And after, if the president free them, and let them, if they commit such atrocity, let the NDLA send them back to the correctional center.
Okay, now if
Hmm.
the NDLEA now send them back to correctional center, the president will free them later.
If that is
And
where
by then,
that
before they get back there, they already have followers
For
or
the
people they've
now,
people,
trained.
yeah, they've
you
trained.
know,
People they've
that is why the presidency need to be questioned.
Hmm.
They need to be questioned.
Anyways, Afolabi, some people have been talking along. One of them is Mega Mixer. He said, "You granted presidential pardons to murderers, drug traffickers, and corrupt politicians. Tomorrow you will accuse others of damaging Nigeria's reputation. Who demarkets Nigeria more than a president who encourages impunity through the arbitrary use of presidential clemency?" This is very relatable in the sense that my mom used to be, or she's still a part of prison apostolate,
Okay, okay.
right?
Those
That
that
is,
visit
yes,
the
that visits the
prisons.
prison quite often. There was a time she called me that, oh, we met a young guy here. He has been here for up to 10 years, I think for 8 years as at then.
For the
and
offense.
and one of the reasons the reason he was there was that he was going back home at night. He was coming back from work and he was going back home at night. He used to be in Lagos and he was immediately transferred here. He has never seen the four walls of the court. He has never been in court. He has never been arraigned, and he's in prison.
Even
How is that
the
possible?
family would think maybe he's already
they
dead.
they could not hear from him if not because of the intervention
Mm.
of the prison apostolate. The people that visit prison and all of that, they go with lawyers who
Mm.
can listen to. If not because of of their intervention, this guy would still have remained in prison.
Mm.
But because they went there, they listened to his story. They first looked for his family. When they got his family, they said they already gave up on looking for
For
him because
him.
they've looked for him
They
for
don't know his
a lot of
whereabouts.
years. They don't know where he is, and there's no indication that he died. There's no police report. There's nothing. They just completely. It was just as if he disappeared.
Mm.
They didn't know he was in prison for something he absolutely know nothing about. So these are the kind of people that
Needs
needs pardon,
pardon,
that needs
amnesty.
to be investigated.
Mm.
If you go to Nigerian correctional centers, you will see that a lot of people are there. Let's not forget what the song that Canary Orlando
Orlando.
sang. He said, "Oriyeye ni mogun,
Taishelopo.
taishe lo po."
A lot of
And
people are in the correctional
yes, a
center
lot of
for
people
the
are in
offenses that
for,
they
they
know
know
nothing
nothing about.
about.
And these are the people that I believe really deserve this clemency from the presidency. Not known convicted drug
Drug
traffickers and
traffickers.
So
human
you know,
traffickers and all sort of heinous activities or heinous crimes to the society. So personally, I feel this is shocking. This
Mm.
is, and just like you said, we should be
You know,
prepared to see a bigger surge in.
I want to remind you
It's just crazy, man.
about the issue of the incident of the drugs found at the Lagos State, one of
Yes,
the big
that
buildings
disappeared. They said it got burnt.
burnt.
I've never seen where powder got burnt. Powder. They said it got burnt. And I was expecting that, oh, okay, it got burnt. It means that
it
maybe the
can
smell would actually get people in the area high. Now lie.
Now,
Nobody, there's no record of anybody seeing it.
relating the event now to what is actually happening in the country now, what would you say as a Nigerian?
Yeah, if we add one and two together, we can get 800. Oh.
Yeah, so
We can get 800 because it's funny. Everything just keeps aligning as if it's
it's
a pre-planned sequence of events.
mm,
And it's also It's not supposed to be. We are in Nigeria, and Nigeria is supposed to be safe for everyone. With what has happened with this presidential clemency or presidential pardon, can we continue to feel like we can be safe in Nigeria?
And like I said earlier, this selection or what have you need to be questioned. Yes, because someone who is a drug trafficker, you now pardon him.
No, sorry, it's not that he's being convicted as a drug trafficker.
Yes, now.
He's not convicted yet, too. So he's alleged.
Who?
The person we are talking about.
Who are we talking about?
I'm talking about the people released from the correctional center.
Okay.
People released from the correctional center, they have already convicted as a
They are convicted. They are ex-convicts as now. They are ex-convicts.
Ex-convicts.
Okay.
Because they have convicted that, okay, this is their offense. Now, setting them free, that is not my problem. It is not my my headache. But what I'm concerned is that these people that they pardon, are they really repented?
Because I know how this clemency works in the United States or in other parts of the country. If you are convicted and you are in prison and then you show good character,
Yes,
you show remorse, and
remorseful.
you are useful in the correctional center. You know,
learn one or
it's just
two
obvious
trade.
somebody will be in charge of you to keep track of your progress. How have you been progressing? What have you been doing? Have you shown that you're actually remorseful?
Your repentance,
Yes,
is
is it
it genuine, or you
genuine
are
and all of that?
pretending?
And if that can be traced and confirmed, then you are released on probation, and then you have a probation officer, right?
You report soon.
That will continue to check your integration into the society and all of that. If you misstep
if you are doing well,
and you go back into the things that you were convicted of, you are going back to prison straight.
Yeah, that's how it is.
You are going back to prison. But now the presidential clemency, why it cannot be challenged through the constitution, because this is a constitutional right of the presidency.
it's a
We can
constitutional
check
right, but we
the
can-
moral relevance to our
Yes.
society.
I think the so-called how will I put it, the human rights activists, those who fought for the rights of people, I think this is the right time for them to prove themselves to Nigerians by asking the presidency questions at the court
Well,
of law.
asking questions is normal. Everyone can ask questions, but holding people responsible is where they draw the line. Has it been obvious to you that anyone can hold this government responsible for anything?
No, no one is above the law. That is what I believe.
That's your belief. We are talking about reality. What's happening at the moment in
And
the
that is how
country?
it should be. We should not.
That's how
we
it should
not
be.
go by
But
the
what is
reality.
it?
Let's look
Let
at
us
the-
go by reality. Reality is they said reality is gravity. When you think you are up, when reality is, you are coming down. That is the way it is.
But there is a book that govern this country. There is a book that we always follow, which is our
Constitution.
constitution. Yes.
Yes.
We should try as much as possible to be law-abiding citizens.
Anyways, I like your optimism. I like the fact that you are very optimistic about all of this. But at the same time, what you are begging for.
If we want better Nigeria,
Okay.
that is how it should
What you are
be.
begging for is for Nigeria to become a Nigeria we can be proud of, and a Nigeria that we can be sure, or we can be rest assured that
Even if our two eyes
are closed, we are safe.
We are safe.
But regardless, we are going to move on to the next topic for discussion this morning, and that is the killings that happened in Osun State recently, where the headline says killings, Adeleke denies hiding Amotekun commander, blasts APC. Now, recently there was an incident that happened with Amotekun Corps, the Amotekun Corps killing, I think some people. Yes, Akinlalu Yakoyo area in Osun State, where some people were killed, and I think they've been arraigned. The Amotekun Corps members have been arraigned. They've been arrested. They've been arrested but not arraigned yet. And the APC are accusing the governor of hiding the
Commandant.
Commander.
commandant of the Amotekun
Amotekun.
Corps, which he has come out to say, oh, this is them trying to uh, black label
As administration
his
and his
administration and all of
personality.
that. That his personality does not harbor criminals. Now, this morning, it is shocking that majority of our conversation have centered around criminals and criminal activities, where we have criminals killing people and criminals returning from prison, um, which is surprising. Anyways, let's focus on this Oshun matter.
Lex. One thing about Nigerians is that Nigerians are hypocrites. Hypocrites. Let me put it that way. You know, with the issue that happens in Osun State, nobody pray for such to happen to one of his family. We know, but this so-called the APC, why can't they talk about
The one
the
happening
one
from the
happening from the
presidency.
presidency, from their number one members of the political party? Why is it now pointing an accused finger on a sitting governor? Maybe because he's an opposition
Opposition,
party to
apparently.
them. You know, but one thing is that Amatekun core, they are not operating without being legalized. Amatekun is a legalized security outfit,
Outfit.
Yes.
and anything that has the legal backup, they should know that no one no one is exempted. If, okay, for instance, now you said the what happened is as a result of exchanging fire gun or whatever at the Akinlalu, which the Amatekun claims that those that were killed, they are part of the people who want to wage war with them while they were on ground. And you know one thing about the what is it called, the anything that has to do with the military or security things, is that the first thing is that you are not allowed to start firing people with gun. But one thing is, if if someone want to attack you, you are free
To defend
to
yourself.
defend,
Defend yourself.
and that is part of the defense mechanism that they think that they can use. But one thing is that their defense mechanism goes wrong, because it was the innocent that were
That
affected,
got
that were killed.
affected.
And one thing I fear is about the stray bullets. You know, sometimes you may target someone and later find out that your target, you missed your target, and it
Yes.
happens to another personnel. Now, with this, I don't see reason why governor why governor will be able to, why governor will be in a position of
To hide.
to hide the
The
commandant
commander.
of Amotekun, a registered security
Call.
outfit. No, like as we have it in Osun, we have it in Ondo,
In most of
in most of the
the
southwest
southwestern
states.
states.
And do you know the reason for establishment of the Amotekun outfit is for them to complement the effort of the Nigerian police to deal with the so-called the
That's some kind
bandit.
of local policing.
Yes, for the bandit and the terrorism in the state. That is
Hmm.
why they were
But
Instituted in
they
the
were
first place.
in the first place. Now, I don't see why the commandant will be hiding. By now, he should have shown himself. Let's be realistic to ourselves. He should have shown himself to the Nigerian police, just for them to interrogate. Okay, what happened? Just it is not for harming. But one thing is that, you know, Nigerian is not like what we are saying here, because as we are saying it here, we are saying the right thing. But when it gets to the hand of the police, there will be a lot of manipulation, whereby maybe it's one they believe that, okay, for you to be the commandant of the Amotekun in the state, you have alignment with the governor, the sitting governor, and it may be the time, the way of, okay, oh, we'll be looking for this person, and now is now committing offense. Let's use that avenue
To get
to
him.
get in. And maybe that is what the man is thinking about. That is why he's trying to keep himself for a while,
First,
and maybe it may be the advice from his lawyer or the security outfit lawyer that, okay, wait.
go into hiding first.
By now, if he didn't show up, I think the legal advice for that Amotekun should be in charge to show themselves to the Nigerian police, so that they will be able to have the background information of
What really happened?
what really
What
happened.
transpired?
To the governor, governor should not, if I'm imploring governor that it should not be an instrument that we keep people from obeying the law. And at the same time, the opposition party in Osun, the APC, should not use this opportunity to bastardize or to name the present administration in Osun State, for people to see the administration as a bad administration. No, it shouldn't be. What opposition meant for is for you to criticize for the,
Constructively.
yes, constructively, not to destroy. That is that on the issue of the Amotekun and the Osun State governor and the APC in the state.
Thank you very much, Afolabi, for that very genuine opinion. Ayomikun, what do you have to say about this before we round up this morning?
Yeah. Thank you, Alex. Like Afolabi said, there's no if there's any action, there's always a reaction that prompts the action, right? But then, I feel like the commander of the Amotekun should just come out from hiding, from wherever he is. That okay, this is what happened, and it's just a simple investigation. If you are at fault, definitely it's not something it's not it shouldn't be something that that you should just go into hiding for. Everybody needs an explanation of why the thing what happens that time.
So police need clarification.
Yes, there's need for clarification for that. So now, with that, with the APC parliament, accusing the governor, I don't think it's something they need to do, because and thank God for the governor that we have. He fired back that he's not hiding anybody. He made the statement that he's not hiding anybody. So I mean that speaks volume.
In the first instance, why will he be hiding the commandant of
Yeah.
If he's
Amotekun
not a
if
criminal
that's not
himself.
the criminal himself?
So that's it. It speaks volume that okay, he disregarded the information flying about that he's hiding the
The
commander.
commandant.
Yeah. So to me, the commander should just come out from hiding if he's not at fault.
Guilty.
He is not at fault. You shouldn't be hiding in the first place. You just have to give clarifications on what happened, and that should settle this, and that should settle it.
Anyways, thank you very much, Ayomikun. The commandant of the Amotekun in Osun State should come out and give his own version of the story, and this is probably going to clear up a lot of misinformation and discontinue the attempts by opposition parties to manipulate the facts on ground and make the state even more difficult than it already is. Anyways, still navigators, this is where we're going to draw the curtain on the confab this morning. It's been a wonderful conversation with Ayomiku and Adenipekun Afolabi. This is the confab on Esteem Radio Vision, where we have discussions pertaining to the governance in Nigeria, citizens, and every other thing as it affects us as members of this community we call Nigeria. I remember myself, LEX POSIMI, LEX POSIMI, and special thanks to executive producer Adeleke Michael Adiboye Ashalu, Adenipekun Afolabi, the producer, Abdulsamad Balogun, the man behind the console, and Festus, who is closely holding everything together to ensure that you can see us clearly, you can hear us clearly. Sometimes the pictures are shaking and he's holding them together. I say, this thing will shake. It must not shake. Anyways, thank you very much, and special thanks to you, our listeners and our viewers. You are the reason why we continue to come back here and talk about these things as it affects us as members of this country we call Nigeria. Anyways, until we come your way again, and this is the confab, and please do not forget to continue with us share, like, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment sections. We'll be there to relate with you. Um, as today is Monday, the 13th day of October 2025. Make sure you go into the week and prosper. Do everything you can, and make sure you do them legally. Bye for now.